everyone, how you all doing? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited because I have a book haul for all of you. It has been so long since I've just filmed a dedicated book haul video, so I just thought that I would share some of the books that I've gotten in recent months, the ones that I'm the most excited to share with all of you. I have 17 books to share today and I'm so excited, so let's just get started. So I've separated them into kind of some categories. So first we have some adult romances, then we have some fantasy books, and then we have some more YA and miscellaneous books at the end. So first let's go through the adult romances. So the first one is actually my most recent purchase. I went to a thrift store recently and I stumbled upon Loathe to Love You by Ali Hazelwood. This was only $1.99. This was $2. Amazing. I actually don't know that much about this one. I just know that it is a novella collection for Ali Hazelwood, but I actually don't know if people like this. I don't know what the novellas are about, but I figured for $2, like, I know that I want to read more Ali Hazelwood, so I figured why not pick this up. It seems like there are 3 novellas in here. It also says exclusive bonus chapter, but I don't know what the bonus chapter is for, so I guess I will find out, or maybe one of you know and you can tell me down below. But it says Mara, Sadie, and Hannah are friends first, scientists always. Though their fields of study might take them to different corners of the world, they can all agree on this universal truth. When it comes to love and science, opposites attract and rivals make you burn. So the 3 novellas in here are Under One Roof, Stuck With You, and Below Zero. So I don't know when I'm gonna get to this one, but I'm very intrigued. Like I said, let me know down below if you've read this and if you like it. The next one I actually found at Winners, which felt really random, but it is The American Roommate Experiment by Elena Armis. I recently read The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armis and I did really enjoy it. It wasn't an absolute favorite, but I did really like it, and this is the companion novel to that one. This follows Catalina's best friend Rosie and it seems really interesting. So all I really know about this one is Rosie's apartment like crumbles on her, so she decides to go stay at her best friend Catalina's apartment, but then she realizes that Catalina has already lent her apartment to her cousin Lucas. So I have relatively high hopes for this book. I am excited. The cover is really cute, and honestly Rosie's outfit slays. It's so cute. I love it so much. So then my friend Lorena got me a couple of books from somebody that she knows that was getting rid of some books, and so I got 2 romance books from her. They are the 2nd and 3rd books in a companion romance series. So I'm gonna have to go out and either buy the first book or get it from the library, but I have Well Played and Well Matched, both by Jen DeLuca. So the first book in the series is Well Met, and I honestly don't want to read the descriptions on this one because I don't like doing that even for companion series. I don't want to know what's going on, but all I know about these books is they all kind of center around a Renaissance fair. I've never read anything like that and it seems really interesting. I've also heard really great things about this series, plus they look really cute on my shelf, so I can't wait to get to these ones eventually. Like I said, I need to find a way to get my hands on Well Met. Let me know if you've read these ones as well. I'd be really curious to know. I haven't heard anything about them recently, but I think I've heard nothing but amazing things, so I'm really looking forward to reading these ones. Happy to have them in my collection. This next book I found at Value Village and I've heard nothing but amazing things about it. I've been seeing it here and there on booktube for the past year or so, couple of years, I don't really know, and that book is 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. This book sounds so interesting. It's a second chance romance. It's about 2 authors and that sounds like everything I want in a book and more. The little tagline on the inside says 7 days to fall in love, 15 years to forget, and 7 days to get it all back again. And like I said, that just sounds like everything that I love in a book about writers. Second chance romance, 2 of my absolute favorite things, and I'm actually planning on reading this in February, which my TBR is going up this week, so keep an eye out for that. But I am just so excited for this book and I just think it's going to be absolutely amazing. Okay, so now we have some fantasy books and I'm really trying to get back into my fantasy era this year. I used to only read fantasy books when I was younger, and then I think once I got into booktube, like I was still reading a lot of fantasy because a lot of popular books are fantasies, but then I just kind of like made a switch and started reading more YA contemporary mysteries and then eventually more adult romances, and kind of like fell off the train of reading a lot of fantasy. So I'm trying to read a lot more fantasy this year. I think I'm making like a low-key goal of reading one fantasy book a month, whether it's a reread or a new book. I just want to be actively trying to read more fantasy books. So some of these books will help with that, and the first one is the Fragile Threads of Power by V.E. Schwab. So this is the first book in the Threads of Power series, or technically the fourth book in the A Darker Shade of Magic series. So the Darker Shade of Magic is right there. It's one of my favorite series. I really love it. I reread it last year in preparation for this book, and then I just ran out of time to actually read this book, which is really upsetting, and I'm dying to read it. I'm dying to know what happens. I just love this world. I love the cast of characters, and I'm really excited to see how the cast of characters grows in this book and in this series, because we're following a new main character, but we also get to see the old characters, and I've heard great things about this. My friend Alyssa absolutely adored it. It was one of her favorite books of last year, and I just need to get to it already. By the way, I did haul some of these books in one of my recent videos, the Ultimate Book video. So if you want to see me haul those, if you want to spend a really bookish couple of days with me, I do recommend checking out that video. It was a lot of fun. But the next three books are the Shadow and Bone trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. So I got Shadow and Bone from Lorena's friend who was getting rid of a bunch of books. I got this one from her, and then I bought these ones at Value Village. So I have not read this series, but I have read the Six of Crows duology. I really enjoyed it, and I've also watched the 2 seasons that are out for the show, and I really enjoyed the show as well. Granted, I did prefer the scenes with the crows as opposed to these characters, but I still also enjoyed the Shadow and Bone plot lines. I'm wanting to film a vlog where I read this series for the first time. Let me know down below if you would rather that be a spoiler-free vlog or full of spoilers. I don't know quite yet what I want to do, so let me know if you have an opinion on that down below. And the last like fantasy-esque book is The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. This is the movie tie-in edition. I was sent this by Scholastic, so thank you so much to them for sending me a copy of this book. I already own the original hardcover when it first came out, but it's nice to have the movie tie-in edition as well. I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was really well done, and I also really enjoyed the book. It's not my favorite. I much prefer the original trilogy. So now we have some YA books and a couple of miscellaneous books. So the first one is The Last Love Song by Kaylee Holford. I was sent an arc of this from the publisher, which I believe is Blackstone Publishing. So Kaylee Holford is a dear friend of mine. I love her so much, and I adore this book. So this book comes out April 9th, so we are so close to it finally being out in the world. I'm so excited about it. But I read this book I think back in 2021 or 2022, before Kaylee had a book deal. I think even before she had an agent. I can't remember exactly, but it was definitely before she got her book deal, and I adored it so much. It is a by Mamma Mia retelling, and it is so fantastic. So the little tagline on the back says, "A queer YA Mamma Mia with a dash of Maureen Johnson, The Last Love Song celebrates the music of an uncertain heart, perfect for fans of Nina LaCour, Laura Taylor Namey, and Emma Lord." This book is so good. The writing, I can't even describe how good Kaylee's writing is. It just really hits you where it hurts. I will leave the Goodreads page down below for you to check out, but I'm just, it's so beautiful. Like, have you seen this cover? Stunning. The next book I bought is Heartstopper Volume 5 by Alice Oseman. This book came out in like the middle to end of December, and obviously I immediately ran out and bought a copy and then read it right away. I mentioned this in the honorable mentions category of my favorite books of 2023 video. I really loved it. I think some people aren't enjoying it as much as the other volumes, but I am the complete opposite. I think it's one of my favorite volumes in the series thus far. If you guys have not read this series, I highly recommend it. It's just about 2 boys falling in love, and it's adorable. It also deals with some mental health struggles, so definitely trigger warnings for eating disorders and like depression and things like that. It does get a bit heavy at times, so I love this one. It's stunning. I think it's actually one of my favorite covers as well. It's just beautiful. OK Cupid by Mason Deaver. I was sent this book by Scholastic, so again, thank you so much for sending this book to me. I'm really excited about this one. I loved Mason Deaver's debut novel, I Wish You All the Best, and I've been really wanting to read another book by them, and this one just seems perfect. This is another book that you will see on my February TBR, but this one basically follows our main character Jude, and they are a Cupid. Like, yeah, Cupid, like, you know, bow and arrow, shoot you in the butt and you fall in love kind of deal. And I'm just so intrigued by that whole concept. So their next assignment isn't about setting up two lovelorn adults. This time they are being sent to high school to reconcile two best friends who are meant to be more than just best friends. But I think along the way Jude ends up falling for one of them, and that just seems so interesting. So I am just absolutely dying to get to this book. The next book is Caught in a Bad Romance by L. Gonzalez Rose. I am so excited about this one. It came out in December and I really want to get to it soon. So I don't really know much about this book except that it is fake dating, and we all know how much I love the fake dating trope. So it just seems like a book that I'm really going to love, and like I said, I really want to get to this one soon. But it is just stunning. Like, this cover is just so beautiful. Stay With My Heart by Tashi Bouillon. So I love Tashi Bouillon. She has easily become one of my absolute favorite contemporary authors, and I am so excited for this book. It's not even funny. So we're basically just following our main character, Liana, and she accidentally sabotages this up-and-coming band, and so she makes it her mission to help them find success. I just know that I'm going to love this book, and I'm hoping to read it very soon. I just think it's going to be so good, and I absolutely adored her first two novels, so I have no doubt that I'm gonna love this one too. So then we have the last two books, and these are like the miscellaneous ones. So we have a middle grade and a classic. So the middle grade is Cut Loose by Ali Stroker and Stacey David Owitz. This is the companion novel to The Chance to Fly, which is one of my absolute favorite books of all time. I just adore these books so much. Ali and Stacey just somehow captured the middle grade voice so perfectly, and it just feels so effortless. These books basically just follow our main character Nat as she puts on some musical productions. The first book takes place over summer, where she joins this like theater group and they put on a production of Wicked, and then this one is where she goes to a new school for the first time and she's putting on a production of Footloose. They are both just so cute. I love them so much, and I highly recommend them. I want everybody to read these books, okay? Even if you don't normally read middle grade, these books are so charming and sweet, and they really just remind you what it feels like to be like 12 years old. I love them so much. Okay, so the last book I'm so excited about because it is an edition of this book that I've been wanting for a really long time, and it is The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. So The Wizard of Oz is one of my absolute favorite classics, and this is an edition that I've been coveting for a very long time. It's the Mina Lima edition. It is just absolutely stunning. So it is kind of like a pop-up book. The whole design of it is so fun. So it's got illustrations all throughout, which is just so cool. So on this page, for example, there is this pull-out map of Oz, which is really hard to do in the way that I'm trying to do it. And I don't want to rip it. There we go. So it folds out, and it's just this beautiful map of Oz, and it's so stunning. And there are just tons of elements like that throughout the entire book that I'm not gonna go through right now, but I've just been dying to get my hands on this book. And I did have gift cards for Christmas to Indigo, and then I also had like a bunch of points that I could redeem, and I believe there's also a sale going on hardcovers when I went, and this was a part of that. So I got this for a really great deal. This one is a very welcome addition to my book collection, to my Wizard of Oz collection, and I'm just really happy to have this. So that brings us to the end of my book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below and let me know if you've read any of these books and if you enjoyed them. Subscribe if you've not yet already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!